20 laps of distance, 3 is the number, and we are going green flag. First of 4 last chance races for your IMCA Extreme Motorsports Modifieds. It'll be down the back straightaway, Brian Levender out of Grand Island, Nebraska to the race lead. Here comes Eddie Bellick. Bellick on the bottom out of Lakewood, Colorado. It'll be 2 wide, 3 wide. Here comes a 0, Kyle Roletter now. He'll go around Plummer. Field works down into turn number 1 and 2. Hang on to him, boys. Here you go.
Roletter finishing second to Sherpick in the points race here this year. Right up there in fourth is Hoffelman. And here you got a challenge for the lead. Eddie Bellick's going to take it to the inside in turn 4.
They'll get down into turn number 1 and 2. Eddie Bellick has got to go. Bellick on the bottom, got the 01 red wheel wound up tight in the left rear. Into turn number 3 and 4. Bellick gets a pair of 3 cars up front. Eddie Bellick in the 3B and the 3 of Brian Levender. Work in the 2 spot. Now Kyle Roletter is under attack. Roletter down to the outside, sees Hoffelman to the bottom side. Here comes Dylan Sherfick into the number 5 spot. Into 3, it's still Eddie Bellick in the 3B, your leader. Down the back straightaway, they'll race him this time. It's Eddie Bellick still out front, your race leader. Bellick, your leader. Levender running second. Roletter now Sherfick looking to the outside of Hoffelman.
Yep, you got to get up and go because remember it's now just the top 3. Fourth place does not matter. You got to go 1, 2, or 3.
Dylan Sherfick now works into the number 3 spot as they race off a 2 down the back straightaway. He has got a long way to go, though, to get Kyle Roletter. Roletter in that brand new Shaw by Gerhardt working the number 3 spot. Levender second. Eddie Bellick got her cranked up, hauling the mail. Bellick out front, your leader.
It was that IHOP food for Bellick that's got him out front. Pulling away now in the 3B car. Levender and Roletter the race for second, but here Dylan Sherfick on the move.
Sherfick gonna try.
Dylan Book's up to 5th.
Book there to 5. Sherfick gonna try to reel in Roletter for the number 3 spot, but it's Eddie Bellick. Man, gone up front in that one. Eddie Bellick with almost a straightaway advantage over Levender in the number 2 spot. Roletter runs in 3rd as they race the north end of the Speedway. Now Dylan Book and Jared Hoffelman in the 15H car. They're just racing for bragging rights now as Hoffelman will settle on in behind that 66 of Dylan Sherfick out of Waukene.
Right behind them is Plummer and Hager in a race, and you got Gray. Then Rick Schwab. In the meantime, Eddie Bellick, he's putting about almost a straightaway on Levender, and in comes Roletter, and Shervick's got company.
Hoffelman will come to the inside of the back bumper. Now we look to the outside of that 00. The 66 down the front straightaway. They're side by side. Hoffelman out of Columbus, Nebraska. Going to the number 3 spot now. Dylan Sherfick back to 4th. Dylan Book running in the number 5 spot. They'll race on down the back straightaway. Eddie Bellick is gone. Bellick out front. It's a pair of 3s, 1 and 2. Remember, we said 3 was the magic number, but apparently 3 is the right number if you want to be going to the show, because it is Bellick, your leader in the 3B. Levender in the 3, and the 0 is Roletter. Everything shaking on out. Bellick going to be working lap traffic there in the 36 car. Lapper in front of him. That's Travis Simons out of Dodge City, Kansas. Everybody settled in and running comfortably down into turn number 1 and 2 as they hustle down the front straightaway.
Bellick now works his way again through lap traffic. Lavender just about bobbled, but gathered it back up. Roller not able to take advantage. And Simmons then booked his side by side with Shervick.
Eddie Bellick once again across the stripe. Boom, right there, got it. Bellick 1. 2 is up for grabs. Kyle Rolleder looking. Here comes Rolleder to the inside of Lavender. Battle for second. Lap car might pay the piper on this one. Kyle Rolleder down to the inside. 2 laps to go. Rolleder gonna show the show by Gerhardt to the inside. Boom, got it. Kyle Rolleder says, I got places to go, people to see. You held me up, I gotta get out of here. It's gonna be too little too late though, as the white flag is in the air. Eddie Bellick out of Lakewood, Colorado will bring the final 2 left-hand turns to us.
Well, look at Hobbleman working on Lavender for that third and final transfer spot. Again, lap traffic may come into play.
Checkers out, Eddie Bellick. Battle for third right here. Hoffman will look to the outside. He's going to get a run. Is there room up there? No. Rolleder and Lavender going to the A-main.
Number 7, HO2, Clinton Hawker Smith and Oakley at the back. Mike Martin out of Dodge City, the M15.
Green's out. Oh, here goes Lagrune. Looks like he found where she was moist, just like Eddie Bellick did the heat race before, as he gets it up on the outside. Now, look at this. We're together. Hang on off at turn 4. Oh, my. That'll work for you. You'll get him out. You got Lagrune. Look out. One up over the top of turn number 1. That's Anthony Roth, I do believe. And we go to the caution. As real estate got very, very pricey.
Anybody could send a text, you're the man.
All right, here we go, Lagrune, Richter, and Phillips, 1, 2, and 3. Field of work off of 2. Look out, Anthony Roth troubles down here. Yellow is out.
That'll be his second caution.
Here we go, looking for the green flag. One more time, Lagrune, your race leader. He'll bring him on down. We go green flag. Corey Lagrune there to the top side. Jerry Phillips will come to Richter. Here comes the 14 Augustus. Oh my, look at Smoking Joe Cleveland. Cleveland will come up off the bottom. Cleveland downstairs. There you see it. Battle is for third right now as it's Greg Gustus. He's got it.
Watch Corey Lagrune. He'll stay up high. He likes running a high line here at RPM Speedway. Richter in second. Gustus third. That's your advanced cars right now. There's Phillips, the fourth. Tim Watts up to fifth.
They'll work it 2 wide off of turn number 4. Richter on the bottom trying to look for it. Now the action back there deeper in the field. 3 wide at the starter stand. Oh my! Cleveland, Ronnie Hill, look at Anthony Roth now. Roth involved in a couple skirmishes, has worked his way back into the top 6 in that 60 IV. He has got the razor sharpened and he is looking to cut through traffic. Watch that 60 IV on the move.
It's still Lagrune, Richter, Gustus, your top 3. Phillips and Watts. Now Watts the 4th. Phillips and then Roth is 6th. Smoker Joe Cleveland 7th. Ronnie Hill up to 8th.
So it is Lagrune, Richter, and the 14 Augustus. But I've got my eyes peeled on the driver out of Columbus, Nebraska, the 60 IV of Anthony Roth. He's got her hooked up tonight. Man, if he wouldn't have had to go to the tail, I think he'd have been checked out on this one. Look at him. Roth on the 60 IV around. The 11W of Watts, he has found some pudding up top, and he's going to lap it up down the back straightaway. It is Roth on the hustle.
Boy, he just right on the edge, right up top, right on the rim, so to speak, clears Watts. It's still Lagrune, Richter, and Gustus. Roth fourth, Watts fifth, and Phillips rounds out the top six.
So it's still Anthony Roth trying to hustle it up. He's got to the fourth spot now. Right now, he appears to be the quickest hot rod on her. They have pushed that turn 1 and 2 all the way to the top, and I tell you, there's a lot of moisture up there, and Anthony Roth is the only one cleaning the top shelf off. He's found it way upstairs in that 60 IV machine. That time he'll have to get up out of the throttle as Gustav bob a little bit behind Jesse Richter. On into turn number 3 and 4. This time we are 10 down and 10 to go as it is Anthony Roth trying to reel in that 14 Augustus.
Still plenty of time for anybody to make a move. 10 laps to go. But Lagrune is checked out. Richter's got Gustus within a couple car lengths. And now Roth throws it into turn 3 and closing ground on both Richter and Gustus.
Battle is going to shape up real quick, but once you get to them, you got to figure out how to get around them. Gustus is on the outside using the lane that the 60 IV of Roth is using. He has not went to the bottom to see how things going to happen with Richter. Richter on the bottom side, Gustus to the outside. Anthony Roth is looking. Corey Lagrune says, ha ha ha, this is my deal. I'm up front showing you folks the way.
Gustus to the outside of Richter to the runner-up spot. Roth's going to see if he can follow him through and do the same thing that Gustus did to get around Jesse Richter, who's trying to hang to the bottom.
We'll see. Can Richter keep him at bay? Anthony Roth bobbled that time. Here's your battle for the transfer spot. Anthony Roth on the outside. It is wheel to wheel. The Legends on the inside. You've got the first class versus the Razor. Who's going to have the steed to do the deed? Down the front straightaway, Anthony Roth bumps the 8 of Richter out of the show.
2, 3, 4, still close. They're still all chasing. Corey Lagrune, a distant fifth, Tim Watts. And Phillips still leads the pack back there for sixth.
Corey Lagrune, Greg Gustus, and now Anthony Roth has set the hook and is trying to find that 14 Augustus. He only knows that he's got about 5 car lengths back to him. Like we said, you can see Anthony Roth, the only car using the top side of turn number 4. And when I say the top side, I mean above the black and shiny. There's a lot of moisture up there on that top shelf. She's good and moist. He's hooking that right rear to it. Anthony Roth trying, maybe running out of steam. It's Lagrune now in lap traffic, and Gustus sees that. He knows he's there.
Roth trying to give chase. Richter still glued to the bottom. Like the catfish, 11W, Tim Watts still fifth. Ronnie Hill has gone to sixth. Cleveland and Phillips side by side for seventh.
Field will hustle off that time. It was 2 to go at the starter stand. Lagrune, your leader. Lap car now going to be on the top side of Anthony Roth. Mike, you know that the crew guys have been piled up against the fence in turn 4, and if their driver is working that next heat race, they're going to tell him, you got to get to the top and look for that moist spot. It is where that 60's been, but it's checkered flag for Corey Lagrune. Corey Lagrune to the win. Second will go to the 14G of Greg Gustus. And third will go to the 60 IV machine. That, of course, Anthony Roth out of Columbus, Nebraska. And, man, he had the old razor sharpened up as he started originally, Mike, second row inside. but then had to go back to the number
Yeah.
16th starting spot
After
to
he
come
went
up
off
for
the
third.
track, and then he was involved with that other car here on the French straightaway.
Looking for the green flag. It is up. Here we go. Three wide off of two down the back straightaway. Van Gemmel works the lead. Off of two and down the back straightaway they went. Now into turn number one down in front of you. They're way up on a top shelf. Look at there. It is Van Gemmel. Hang on, we got troubles. One sideways down there. Now two go around. Now three go around. Who's going to give me four?
Keller spins. That
Oh, look out.
is Danny Keller in the 98 spun
Yeller.
to avoid contact with the 15 of Andy Wilkinson. And then Brad Keller spins on the back straightaway. Going back to green.
Here you go off of turn two down the back straightaway. Van Gemmel, he's got company. Here comes that 0-1 machine of Michael Hale out of West Jordan, Utah. Down on the bottom side, the Utah driver into the race lead. Hale started back there in the third row to the inside, works it on up as they hustle off a two down the back straightaway. Hale, Hunter, and now Gemmel, your top three, and here comes Chad Melton out of Texas.
Yeah, Hunter made it work on the bottom. Melton saw that. He's going to go to the bottom as well to try and get by the 21 of Van Gemmel.
So down the back straightaway, look at there. Here goes a 71 C of Melton. He's got him. Give him that number three spot. No, take it back.
Yep,
Caution on the
caution's out,
racetrack.
yeah.
– 13-hour trip to lead a last chance race here at Hayes. Field works him off of turn number four and down the front straightaway. Hale's got company. Hunter's on the bottom. Here you go. Van Gemmel's going to get gobbled up. They'll get together down the back straightaway for the race lead as they hustle to turn number three. On the inside is Hunter. Hale's on the outside. Here comes Melton. Van Gemmel, look out. We got troubles hard in turn number four. Oh, my. Down the front straightaway, the 46 machine. All crossed up. Burt Beach. He got together. Yellow is out in that one.
Looks like we're losing the M82 of Matt Stahlbomber.
Yeah, Stahlbomber, he took our champion. They crowned the late miles. Look out! There we go. They've been telling the look out up front. Hang on.
Boy, Hunter. Yeah, he's going to fall out of a transfer spot. Falls all the way back to fourth. As Melton and Van Gemmel go by, here comes Hunter back to the bottom.
Hunter back there, he'll run it on down. They are going to flirt with disaster on the bottom. Melton's going to push on up. Hunter and Van Gemmel together. Pair of 21s make that 42 together. On down to the turn number 1 and 2. It is Hale out of Utah, your race leader. Van Gemmel trying to get around that 21H of Hunter. A pair of 21s down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. It will be Hunter. Now Van Gemmel will cross up Chad Melton out of Mineral Wells, Texas. Look into the inside out of Tejas. Working downstairs. Gemmel will chop the nose on him. Off of 2 and out of back straightaway. Hale, your leader.
Right now, your race third place. That is Van Gemmel in the yellow 21. The other 21. Oh, check that. 71 is Melton. Now look at Hunter closing in on Hale up front.
I will see what happens. Beavers around yellow. Speaking of taking, we're going to be looking at taking the green this time. Oh, Hale got hustled down on the bottom. Hale worked it there. The 71C machine got down underneath the tires, got kind of help down there, but Hale, though, will take the lead. Hunter running second. Look out, hang on. The 71C around again in the mud. Parks her down there in the wet spot. And we're going to see the caution coming to the racetrack, and they'll have to, I would imagine there's a little bit of wetness on the racetrack. We'll have to run them through. Have to absorb that down there somehow. We'll see if we can keep them out of the wet spot down in turn 4 this time on the restart. We'll do her. It'll be Hale. Look at this. Here goes Hunter to the outside. Gemmel back on the bottom side. Plowman, who had been in the hot pit earlier, is now there. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Van Gemmel on the bottom side. Gemmel looking down there, knows the moisture's there. Now the 44T drives through it, goes up the hill. Hale still your leader. Hunter, though, trying to use the outside like Anthony Roth did that he raced before. And finally, we're coming to the halfway point on this one as Hunter looking to the outside. Hale's on the bottom. Van Gemmel still in third.
Hale shut the door, went to the top to take it away, but now to the bottom. Here's Hunter again to the outside. Just cannot quite get the traction. Now he's going to pull up even side by side. Down the back straight to turn 3 with Gemmel right behind.
Field works off at turn number 4 down the front straightaway. It's still Hunter, Hale, Gemmel. Now Plowman has got around Tanner Black. Black works back there to the number 5 spot. Down the back straightaway, it is still Hunter, Hale, and the 21 of Van Gemmel.
Danny Keller, Brad Keller, and Rick Taylor then round out the field. Boy, once the 21H got around Hunter, he is gone.
He'll hurry down the back straightaway. Hunter, Hale, and Van Gemmel. Laps are winding down to this one as they hustle off of turn number 4. Van Gemmel still looking on the bottom side, trying to find something to get around Hale out of Utah. Now it's Van Gemmel trying to squeeze the bottom. Can't get it as Hale shut the door on him down into turn number 1. They'll go. Hale is there. Van Gemmel right on in behind them.
Hunter is checked out front, but on the move is Plowman. Black's not far, and then there is Danny Keller.
Down the back straightaway, it's still Hunter, Hale, Van Gemmel, 1, 2, and 3. Hunter is checked out of this one. Everybody laying her down there in the bottom. I would imagine the old track prep session is going to be a little lengthy one here before our features. As we'll see, we may have a couple track prep sessions yet tonight. As we'll find out here as they work them off of turn number 4 with just a handful of laps to go.
Hunter with a straightaway lead. Plowman now has caught Van Gemmel. Looks to the outside. Looking for that third and final transfer spot. Has him off the corner.
Look at that right there. Plowman has found it up top. He's working it. Plowman now in the number 3 spot. Van Gemmel coming back on the bottom side. White flag is out. 1 to go for your leaders, but the battle's for third. It's Plowman on the outside. Van Gemmel. Now Van Gemmel will see Plowman work on around him. As they'll race off of 2 and down the back side of the Speedway into 3 and off of 4. It will be the 21H of Jeff Hunter out of Henderson, Colorado with the win. Second will go to the driver out of West Johnson, Utah, Michael Hale, in the 35 of John Plowman out of Woodbine. John started in the 10th spot on the initial restart and then had to go deeper in the field there.
All right, here's once again.
Looking for it this time off of turn number 4. The green flag is up in the air and we're going to be racing. It'll be The 747 of Corey Birch down the back straightaway. Bowers going to second. Brandon Blocklinger. Now here comes Jesse Taylor. Taylor out here by himself this weekend out of Fort Morgan. Had no help come with. He's been struggling trying to get things going on that 05.
Bowers the second. Blocklinger to the top side is third as Nick Link runs fourth. Zorn right now is in fifth, looking to move up.
Down the front straightaway, they'll race them. Link and Blocklinger. Blocklinger in the transfer. Link not there, but now Link will get a run on the bottom as Blocklinger went high. Now Blocklinger has to go back to the fourth spot. Now he has to start racing his way in.
The Z-Man, Jeremy Zorn, on the move, the 16Z. First time modified winner of our Fall Nationals. On the move in fifth, working on Blocklinger for the fourth spot.
So down the back straightaway, it will be the 747, your race leader. It is out front. Corey Birch, your leader. Bowers running second. Link is third. Look out. Got one up off the top side of turn number 4. He'll come back to the Speedway. That was the 2. Or the 3C, well, the 2 machine. Casey Delp out there.
All right, Zorn trying to close in on Link. As Zorn got by Blocklinger, goes to fourth spot. Got one headed track side.
Jesse Taylor out of Fort Morgan, Colorado. Calling this one a night done. Taylor troubles on the 05T. Oh, got one stopped up over the top of 2, yellows out.
That is Chuck Delp in the 2 car.
There we go. Finally, Bowers decides where he wants to go as he had him cracked and jacked. Green's out. Here we go. Bowers working it on there. Here we go. Bowers looking for the race lead. Link back to third. Down the back straightaway. To the outside is a 747 machine. That's Corey Birch. They'll hustle off of turn number 4 and down. Mike Petersilly trying to make his way through. Now Blocklinger going to make it a 4-white battle. Look at this. The transfer's gone. Holy cow. Zorn now. Jeremy Zorn out of Russell is gone to third.
Yep, Nick Link back to fourth, but he's being challenged by Blocklinger on the inside. And look who started 14th, working his way up, Brendan Gimmel in the G3.
Zorn looking for second as they get down into turn number 1 and 2 as we are halfway home in this one, Mike. Down the back straightaway, it is Bauer and the 16 of Zorn. Now Gimmel, as you said, nobody is using the top of 3 and 4 like Anthony Ruff. I would have thought these later heat races, they would have watched that 60 car and saw what it was doing. As the field works it down the back straightaway. Now Brandon Gimmel trying, and he is closing, Mike. He is catching that 16 of Zorn.
That's right. Gimmel looking, got involved in a mishap last night over in turn 2, had some damage done, was towed back to the pits. That's why he started him back of this last chance race.
Field a hustle on down. Gimmel right there trying to make it happen. Gimmel working top-side. Now we'll look to the bottom as they race off at turn number 4. It is at 16 of Jeremy Zorn. Back there hustling. Zorn in the third spot. He is on the defense right now as he knows that he's got company. Here comes Link on the bottom. To the outside goes Gimmel as they race on into turn number 1.
Birch pulling away. Bowers in second. Zorn third. Gimmel a link, trying to reel in Zorn for that third spot. A distant sixth is Blocklinger.
So it's still out front. That 747 machine as they race on into turn number 1 and 2. Gimmel is looking and trying to find a way to get to that machine of Zorn. They'll race off of turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. It is still Corey Birch, your leader. Now you got one up off the backside. He'll go pit side. That is the 2W, I believe, of Casey Delp. He'll go pit side as Brandon Gimmel has come right to the deck lid of that 16 of Zorn. They'll race to the bottom of turn 3. It's Gimmel on the bottom, Zorn on the outside. They'll hustle off of turn number 4. Brandon Gimmel's now going to get to the outside as Zorn goes to the bottom. Can he snooker him? Can he use the top? No, Zorn is quicker off the top. No momentum out of that 3 car. The forward bite was gone as they dived to the bottom of turn 3. Zorn working it there. You see him working it. They have worked the bottom of turn 4 in. Zorn right there.
Zorn bobble. Gimmel looking to take advantage. We're going to race to the white flag. 1 to go.
Gimmel on the bottom. Here you go. Third and final transfer spot. Brandon Gimmel, the 3G machine, puts himself in the show. It'll be the 747 of Birch. Now Gimmel sees Zorn. He's got to shut the door on him off of 2 and out of back straightaway. Off of turn 4, checkered flag is out. Corey Birch, your winner. Second going to Bowers and Brandon Gimmel in the G3 machine. Started dead last in the 14th starting spot.
Boy, an impressive drive by Gimmel. Gets one of the Gimmel family into the A main tonight.